Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants.
Set to kick off.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Trubisky. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Check. Tighten up. Man up. Check. Man up. Check 3. Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams.
Brought down.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Watch the twist. Slam. Watch the safety creep.
They run. Montgomery. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
For the Bears.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
For the first time with Saquon Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Jones.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Complete.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the ball carrier.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Jones now throwing on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bilal Nichols coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
But it brings up 4th down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 30-yard line, second and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Then he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on second and 8, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. Off the play fake, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Montgomery on the counter. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
13-yard line.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Lorenzo.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry. On
third down, Trubisky. And And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, work.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his first career NFL touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The Bears' 25-yard line.
Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Extra point.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He was tackled at the
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
The score, Bears 20, Giants 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? Check 56. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. Ran, 56 is the mark. Let's go.
Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. It's now 4th.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Jones. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Barkley. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Jones on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jones pass.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Jones now to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and the Bears take over
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
At the 42-yard line.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was taken down at the...
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run the counter. Montgomery. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Check 24, check 24. Lock in, lock in. Move.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. On 1st and 10, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Jones is going to find his running back. It's complete. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st down, Giants.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
The tackle made.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Back at the 35-yard line.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check, 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 check. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit. Check safety. Check safety.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They run the counter. Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.